Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're talking about cutting off toxic people. Get rid of the dead weight, the negative, the Karens, the people who are draining your life, the energy vampires who are sucking the living daylights out of you. Why are they still in your life? Because you know that they're there, and for some reason you won't cut them off. And I think I know that reason. People are afraid to be on their own for a period of time until they find a new group, until they build new connections. And I get it. It can be scary to perhaps think, well, I'm going to be on my own. If I get rid of those who I've been around my entire life, who am I going to be around? Who am I going to be able to call, meet up with? Get comfortable being a lone wolf. Like, get comfortable in your own skin. It does amaze me the amount of people that know they should cut off these certain individuals who are no good for them. You're on two different paths. Your values are not aligned anymore. And maybe you've grown up with these people. Maybe they're family members, but they're no good for you. And it typically comes from that scarcity mindset of, well, I'm gonna be on my own. I've got some good news for you. There are so many people out there that you are yet to meet. Through networking events you can find on LinkedIn or go on Eventbrite or even searching on Google. And look, as someone who's big into their entrepreneurship, business, success, always improving myself, you know, physically, mentally, personally, professionally, financially, in every way I love to evolve. I don't like to be stagnant. I always want to evolve, right? I always know that, Aaron, you can meet new people. Like, you can go into London, city centre, vibrant, very ambitious, people walk quick, they talk at high levels, they're all achieving good stuff, right? You can find new people, go to networking events, go on your own, you know, step outside of your comfort zone, because that is where the growth is. And I know it can be scary, but the thing is, as I'm getting older, I've come to realise the most important thing in life is time. It's so valuable. So I'm really picky on who I spend time with. I'm really picky on who's around me and who I want to be around and who inspires me. Like, open up your WhatsApp and just evaluate the last 5 to 10 conversations that you've had. Really look at them and think, where's the growth? Where's the development? Where's the inspiration? How have they helped me? How have I helped them? You know, I know it can be hard to cut off family sometimes. I've had to do it myself, but it's a must. It's not a kind of, well, you know, I don't really want to. It's a must. Like, you have to evolve. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I do struggle when people say, oh, you know, I just can't do it, or maybe I'll do it next week, or, you know, I do want a better life and I want to be around better people, but I just haven't got time to do it right now, or I don't really want to make that phone call. And, you know, when I've been on podcasts, people say to me, how would you do it? I just pick up the phone and cut them off and just say, look, I'm sorry, but every time we meet up, you're miserable, you've got nothing good to say, you consume the news in every way, radio, TV, social media, and then you burden everyone else with all your negative, you know, sort of feelings and output, and it's just draining. And I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, and this is kind of like a bit of a rant now, but, you know, when I was trying to really get into business, you've got to be so hyper-focused and so vigilant about everything that you're doing, like really aware of the choices that you're making, right? Because I've come to realise life is just a sequence of choices that you make. And when you're on a high and you're building what's called good momentum, when you bump into someone who maybe you've known for years, but they just haven't evolved in any way, and then they're droning and moaning and they're, you know, have you seen the latest in the news? And, you know, I haven't got any money and, you know, life's really tough at the moment. And you're just like, oh my God, you know, I was on a high a minute ago and now I feel down in the dumps. I don't want to be around those types of people. Call that selfish. You know, some people do. Some people say, well, that's selfish. You're only thinking about yourself. Well, do you know what? You get one chance. You know, trying to be successful in however you define success is no easy task. So I'd rather be around people who are also striving for success opposed to people who just want to moan about it. You know, it's crazy. Let me have a quick swig. But I don't know, if you want my advice, you're always worth more. You know, you should really value you. and I tie this into a lot of my conversations when it comes to the workplace, is that don't get involved in the cliques, don't get involved. It's that you are actively participating in gossip. I have this rule, and I can't remember where I heard it, but I do now live by this rule, and it's called TGU. And I'll say it one more time. Mac, if you can pop it up on the screen again. TGU, that's the acronym. And it's truth, good, useful. So it's kind of a benchmark. When you're meeting someone, maybe you meet up for a coffee, you know, whatever, you're on a high, things are going well, and you meet up with someone who hasn't evolved like you, right? But they're still in your life, okay, for whatever reason. If they're going to tell you something and you just get that gut feeling it's not going to be healthy, in your head say, or even say it to them, before you tell me, is it the truth what you're about to tell me? You're going to get an answer. Maybe the answer is no. Okay. What you're about to tell me, is it good? Like, is it going to benefit me or you? If the answer is no, that's concerning. And then finally, is it useful? And if the answer is no, I would really make a decision there and then whether that person should be in your life. It's not the truth, it's not good, and it's not useful. That's probably someone that I'd bin off. Like, I'd never meet up with someone for a coffee just to have a knitter natter, because I either want to be with family, or I either want to be around someone who's doing what I want to eventually do, or I want to be learning or just having good conversation. Like, my weekly conversations are entrepreneurship, fitness, physical and mental health, both discussions, personal development through education, collaboration and evolving, like those, and money and business, right? Tied into entrepreneurship. Those are my weekly conversations. And then with long-term friends, I actually saw a friend last night, but I only see him, and I used to work with him in my last job, I only see him about once every 6, 7 to 8 weeks. So it's quite spread. And then it's some nice downtime for me. But I've done all my important bits throughout the week, and when I meet up with him, you know, it's within a time slot that's not like actively building my business or improving my life, right? It's downtime. I think people need to start categorizing who you're around and put them into categories. You know, these are my sort of just my support friends. I see them on the weekend and stuff like that. But, you know, final words, because I could go on for ages about this. Cut off toxic people. You don't need to delay the process. Don't be scared of being on your own, because there are so many incredible people that you are yet to meet. They are out there, believe me, I've met them. And there's so many more. Collaborating is a result of growth. And remember, if you're going somewhere and you are getting involved in gossip, you are actively involved and participating. So remove yourself. Make those hard phone calls, improve your life, and work on yourself and be a little bit selfish and think about you. You know, if you've got to be alone for a month, 2, 3 months while you go and find your new group, your improved group, then so be it. If you did like this video or you could relate to it, please do leave me a comment. Do hit like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.